Grand rising family, infinite love, light, and blessings. May peace be around you and surround you. Wow. Wow. Take a look around. So many things that myself and others have said and that you have felt on your heart are coming to fruition. Manifestation is happening at a faster pace, and because what we are bringing from within to without is emanating and manifesting so much more as everything picks up. Now, please live in it and not be of it. And remember, all that's happening for your highest and greatest good. All that's happening is for your highest and greatest good. That's one mindset. You cannot get shifted into this fear operation programming mode of the end of this world. Well, yeah, it's the end of this world, so a new one can begin. You cannot have a new beginning until there's an old ending. Okay, and even if there's a world stage that's operating from a place of staging events, whether these events are real or not, they're happening. And they're happening because the shadow has to dissipate. An apocalypse only means to reveal, which was occulted, which means hidden. So an apocalypse is happening over everything that has been occulted. So yes, this is apocalypse. Yes, this is the end times, but it's only a perspective and a way to look at it when we understand it's also a new beginning. It's also a revealing. It's also the veil being lifted. I have felt on my heart for a very long time, since I first came to social media in 2016 and 2017, that the second coming of Christ is the Christ consciousness coming and rising in us. That is happening now as we are seeing the Antichrist rise. So as we have to understand in this 3D state the polaric values. So you see the Christ is going to rise because there's an Antichrist that is rising as well. Whether these things are fully real for others and not at all for others, it doesn't matter, because they're playing out. So in other words, it doesn't matter truly what we all believe in, because every one of us is an aspect of source, and we're playing out what we believe our reality is through our journey. Collectively, these pieces are together like a stained glass window. When the light shines through, there's still different colors and pieces of this window that are being reflected upon us, but it's one big image. So people may be stuck in religious dogma and maybe feeling this is happening. People are in more of a spiritual sense or don't believe anything, so they believe this is happening or not happening, but it's all playing out as it should. When you are in a state of gratitude and you're like, look, I know all this is happening for my highest and greatest good. That is a very strong place of power to meditate and pray if you do, and not be like, really upset and sad, it's the end of the world, and really confused and fear, because you're feeding into that operation from a place of fear. And the thing is it's going to get a little bit crazier before it gets better and breaks through, where everything's converging and the shift's happening not only on a physical level as well, but on a spiritual one. We're seeing it within ourselves, within society, within every aspect of society, politics, etc., and otherwise, everything that the humans have their energy upon is going to shift as well, as all this is being brought to light. Now, also, the earth is changing and shifting as the sun is changing and shifting, and I wholeheartedly believe that a pole shift is happening in convergence simultaneously with all these things that we're seeing happen. For a lot of people that are really attached and involved with religious teachings and prophecies, these prophecies are happening. People that are in a spiritual sense, they see the new earth emerging. So in science, we're seeing that the sun's reversal is about to happen as a pole shift is overdue. So we're seeing all these different aspects from everywhere, because all is of the all. The prime source creator is all of the all. And we're seeing a convergence of this, and I think many of you feel that, and that's why there's a major shift happening, and the energy of it is increasing. Be gentle on yourself, get your rest and hydrate. The ascension symptoms are out of this world. Like I said, you're gonna feel the intensity of it. Don't get caught up. Don't worry about what other people believe. I deal with that a lot. People try to project their perspective of who they think I am or not. Look, as you believe, so shall you be. Don't get caught up in other people's limited beliefs. All right. And even with myself, I grew up religious. I've been very spiritual. Otherwise, when I broke away from that, I see things that are religious, and I see truth in all things. And I also see truth in lies and all things. And even in that lie lays a truth. So be aware and learn to discern, but also understand we don't want to manifest from the lower mind, the monkey mind, the animal mind. We want that human mind. We want to get into our unconditional sacred heart space where the true heart intelligence is. The sacred heart of Christ that shows burning. The heart is weighed with the Egyptians on a scale. They're showing you that the heart is where the soul, the infinite space and connection to the Creator is. When we get into that state of unconditional love, we activate our higher consciousness in our mind to be able to manifest from a place of true power of the God divine sources creator that we truly are. We're all aspects of it. So it's really a weird place to judge others right now, because whatever you judge, you're judging yourself. Whatever you hesitate and resist is only being reflected, projected back onto you. So when you judge another, you only judge yourself. We want to love ourselves so we can love others as ourselves. These little core foundation mantras and such, they help me out. We want to live in it, but not be of it. So you can't get consumed by the fear and the chaos. And when you go out, you're going to see that. You're going to see people acting different. You're going to see animals acting different. You can't get tied into that energy and feed it and then be it. You're going to connect really strong with some people, and maybe fewer than the mass to start off with. And then others, it's going to look like people just don't even know what's going on. And that's because they're consumed by this fear. They're consumed by the news reports and by this happening in this political realm and that. It's going to play out. The world stage is playing out. Regardless of what you're seeing on TV is real, regardless of if it's staged, the energy of it is happening and these events are being portrayed. Some people are believing them, some people aren't. Some of it's coming and aligning with spiritual teaching. Some of it's coming out and aligning with prophecies from religions. But the thing is we knew they would. Because humans, we are, no matter if you're star seeds, no matter what you're attached to, on this earth right now, you're embodying this avatar, this flesh human, whether you're in a masculine or feminine avatar or what it may be, you're embodying a 3D state, a 3D molecular state, this heavy body. And now the energy's shifting. So these attributes to the lower mind are being pushed out. Okay, you can't have the Christ rise within you until people see the Antichrist rise. You can't understand this until you know that. You can't read through the whole book and get to the end of the chapter and understand it all unless you read through the chapters that are in the middle. I don't know any other way to say it, and if I don't resonate with you, it's okay. I still love and appreciate you. But the fact is things are picking up very fast. And you know what? If you're listening to this right now, you feel that, or you're interested in it because you just simply wouldn't be watching this. My best recommendation for you is take time to breathe and take time for yourself to be in a good place, in a headspace and in your heart. Get in your heart for your head to be in a good place so you can be there for yourself, so you can be there for your family and the loved ones around you. Freaking out, being upset, constantly checking the news, constantly worried about everything that's going to happen is not going to do anything for you. You're here for a reason, or you just simply wouldn't be here. You already knew that these things were going to happen. We've been talking about it. I've been talking about it. Many people you've been watching on social media platforms have been talking about it in their own way with their different fractal and perspective of truth, because a piece of the creator and source is within them. We really just need to let go and allow at this time. Things are going to continue to pick up, especially starting and polarizing in the United States. We're going to continue to see chaos rising and division, because the pot is boiling, and the only way for it to dissipate is for it to continue to boil. If you think about that, and then you rise in esteem at a less dense, higher frequency state, you need to stop pushing what you think is going to happen, which I know may sound weird or hypocritical because here I am speaking this. I've cut my videos way back. But honestly, don't waste too much energy. You're beating a dead horse. People are locked in to seeing what they want to see and being who they want to be. The only way they can change is by finding that within themselves. So if you teach anything, teach just to go inward and that they have what they need. Because you telling them this is what's happening is not going to make them see that. They have to feel it for themselves. They have to change for themselves. Don't waste that energy and spin those wheels, because you're going to get locked in a loop that may be your trap already. I've done a lot of service. I still serve. I love people so much, but you can get out of balance by it, because then you're not literally helping yourself to be the best version of yourself. So right now it's imperative. It's super important for you to be the best version of yourself for yourself and the ones close around you, your family members or young ones right now, to teach them that we don't want them to operate from a place of fear. What we want them to do is come from a place of power, knowing all is happening for our highest and greatest good, regardless of what it may look like, that this consciousness is rising, that unconditional love is the answer, that we don't judge others. We understand that they're going through something, and we just allow and surrender to the prime creator and source of all things, knowing that that is within us as well. When we meditate, we calm. When we pray, we command, and we come from a place of the power of prime source creator within. I love and appreciate you guys. There's so much more to come. I mean, it's just unbelievable to watch this unfold. You have your solar flares. You have all the political things going on that have been mentioned in scriptures and rewritten before. You just have all these different aspects of humanity, spirituality, religion, science, the earth, the sun, all of it just converging to this pinnacle point to create a place of a 0 point within, to where that reversal and polaric shift will happen, not only physically, but on a spiritual level within us, being brought without, not only on a small level, but a very large level as well. Welcome to it, family. If you're new, I love and appreciate you, family. Have a beautifully blessed day and stay safe out there. Much love.